Good morning and welcome to the GHS Reporter. Today is Tuesday, September 16th, and I'm Nalan Tamalmani. The murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk last Wednesday has set off a firestorm of opinions worldwide. According to the Washington Post, in addition to a number of vigils in the US, memorials are taking place as far abroad as Europe and South Korea. With the possible suspect in custody, President Trump is leaving for London today to deal with the Britain that is also in the midst of unrest, with protests erupting over immigration. Israel says it has launched its ground offensive into Gaza City. According to CNN, the Israeli government has said the city is one of the last remaining Hamas strongholds. The incursion began on the outskirts of Gaza City, where the Israeli military has escalated its airstrikes and accelerated its destruction of high-rise towers over the last week. Meanwhile, armored Israeli vehicles lined up at the border fence that separates Israel and Gaza. The offensive comes a day after an independent United Nations inquiry concluded that Israel has committed genocide against Palestinians in Gaza and that the country's top leaders have incited genocide. Yesterday, there were two NFL games being played on Monday Night Football. The first game that kicked off was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Houston Texans, a very defensive game until the fourth quarter began. The Texans began driving down the field and scored a 25-yard rushing touchdown from Nick Chubb. With the score 19-14 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play, the Buccaneers got the ball back and began to drive down the field and scored in the last 10 seconds with a 2-yard rushing touchdown from Bucky Irving, giving Tampa Bay the win 20-19. The late game was the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. The Chargers were on fire last night, winning the game 20-9. Justin Herbert threw over 240 yards with 2 touchdowns. On the other hand, Geno Smith, the Raiders quarterback, threw 3 interceptions and was sacked 3 times. That's all for the GHS Reporter today. I'm Nalan Tamalmani. Today is an A-Day. Have a good day.